What it do to everybody? You feel me? So I'm gonna let my fans post this shit on, I guess YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say my love life and career is in a parallel universe, which I am very excited to say. I'm happily married to Sister Leah. I'm actually married to Sister Majida and also Sister Yasmin. But Sister Leah is like the show out girl. Um, I take her to a lot of events, and the rest of the wives are getting a little jealous because Sister Leah gets more attention than the rest of them do. So I'm gonna start with my fans. You know how they do on my website; they get pretty lit. So these girls they were talking about it. They got like a podcast, and they like do like the news segments, like the news things about me on my website. So they got some shit going on. So my fans, the girls they was on there, they was like, all right, y'all, look. So I'm highly confused about a lot of shit. I mean, because okay, so let's talk about this whole Jenna Ortega and David shit. So David and Jenna Ortega, I don't know if they back together because at the Global Awards, at the Global Awards, David was there. He was there, and David don't really go to shit like that. So I don't. I mean, that's obviously fucking my head up that he was there. He won a lot of awards. I mean, a whole gang of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of his movies and shit like that. So he definitely won a lot of awards, a lot of, for his TV shows and movies. Not the recent ones that just came out, but, the other shows actually for Teen Doctor, because Teen Doctor been out for a while. So it already got its like third season on Disney Plus, and the movie series is on Hulu. So yeah, he definitely got a lot of awards for Teen Doctor. He better had got a lot of awards for that shit. So David was at the Golden Global Awards, but he didn't come with Jenna Ortega. He didn't come with Jenna Ortega. He came with his wife, Sister Leah. Well, her name is Alea Sims because she has his last name. So she came. He came with her. Now I heard that he married three Muslim sisters. I don't know the rest of the girls' names. I think one of them start with an M. I'm not too damn sure, but I know he said he married three of them, if I'm not mistaken. But they wasn't there. It was just that one girl, Sister Leah. Like he brings her to a lot of events. I think he's more serious with this one. She is definitely like a month pregnant or whatever like that. So there's a lot of shit going on, y'all. A whole lot of shit going on. And I'm gonna unfold this shit right up on here. So yeah, we gotta get deep into this whole Jenna Ortega thing because David, he did block her on social. Well, he blocked her from calling him. So she couldn't call his phone, she couldn't text him or whatever like that. So I'm hearing David said he unblocked her because the babies are coming. He didn't want to like punish the babies, which I kindly definitely understand that shit. I mean, it's not the baby's fault that the fucking mother is a damn jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't really think Jenna Ortega is a jackass. I think that you know she's just in this environment. She's in Hollywood. When you're in Hollywood, a lot of times you become other than yourself, because you be around a lot of other people and they expect a certain person out of you or whatever like that. And sometimes peer pressure is definitely some shit, so people can pressure you into being a different person, even though you don't want to be. So I don't really think that Jenna Ortega is a jackass. I think that she just get pressured into doing a lot of shit. And being a nice girl that Jenna is, she'll just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and all this shit like that. But Jenna is overall, I think she's a stand-up girl, but she did do some fucked up shit to David. I don't need to get into it because I think y'all know that shit. But David unblocked her. Now, when Jenna Ortega was doing the interview at the Golden Globe Awards, David walked over to her and was like, he walked over to the interviewer, gave Jenna a hug, and he did the sweetest thing. He was like, "This the real superstar right here. That girl did good, did a hell of a good job on the show Wednesday." Like he was really complimenting her, and you could tell Jenna was blushing. She was blushing. She actually started crying and stuff like that. She gave him a hug, and she also looked like she wanted to run after David. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if David's back with Jenna Ortega. Jenna won't answer that. David won't answer it. I mean, there's videos of them out kissing and stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna assume that they having sex again. You know, like he's definitely up in that. I mean, look, we can't get mad at David. The girl is having his fucking babies. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that girl was his first wife. So that definitely was his true love. That was his first true love. So, you know, you can't really get mad at David for taking the girl back. I mean, like, you can't really get over your first true love. And that's Jenna Ortega is that man's first true love. So there is a lot of videos out there with David kissing Jenna Ortega and holding her hand and stuff like that. And it's a lot of videos out there, recent videos of Jenna Ortega getting into his truck, and y'all already know what the fuck they were doing in there. We don't have to, like, you know what I'm saying? He was fucking it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. He was hitting it. So, you know, yeah, David definitely took that girl back. You know, it's 100% sure that I think that they're back together. Um, Another thing is Selena Gomez was very pissed off at Jenna Ortega because she feel like Jenna Ortega portrayed her. Because look, I don't know what the hell going on with Selena Gomez, but I'm hearing from reliable sources that David fired her ass because she went out and did a movie with the dude to play Elvis. And David told her not to do it because they were only, you know, going to be taking a break for a few days. And she ended up fucking everything up by leaving and going out of town and filming that movie. And she's still not, she's not even done filming that movie with that nigga. So David fired her ass. He was like, you know, I told you not to leave and you did it any fucking way, so now I'm gonna fire you. So he fired her ass, made her as an example. And, you know, he replaced her with some girl from, uh, I think her ass played on like a matter of fact, you know what? I know a lot of y'all know the show called Living Maddie. So Living Maddie, you know the fourth season with the young girl, when they went to live out of town because their house was messed up and like fell apart or whatever, and the little girl that ended up playing on that show. Ah, shit. Let me pull this shit up for y'all so y'all can see who the fuck I'm talking about. That girl right there. That girl, she ain't no little girl no more, but she definitely like 20 something years old now. But back then she was like a little girl. But this girl right here is the girl that replaced this Selena Gomez right there. Now there's videos with David out with this girl Laura. I don't know if he hitting that. I'm pretty sure he's definitely fucking that too. So, you know, I mean, David, you know, David's always spotted out with a lot of shorties. But that's just beyond the case. The thing is that David is about to be a father. You know, Jenna Ortega is about to give birth any fucking time now. She's going to be birthing them kids. And she's excited. David's excited. You know, I think they're going to make some really pretty babies. Obviously, because David is not an ugly person, obviously. And Jenna Ortega is not an ugly person. So I think they're going to make some gorgeous ass babies. Another damn thing that I wanted to touch on is I wanted to touch up on this topic. I know it's probably a touchy topic, but I wanted to touch up on David and the whole thing with the whole thing with Michael Jackson family. All right, now the Young Michael Jackson series is very damn popular on Netflix. It's still number one, and it's been fucking months. Now, the Michael Jackson family, they love the series. They commend David for doing what he's doing, but some of them said they didn't know about the show. Now, the mother says she did know about the show. She gave it an okay. Janet Jackson said she knew about the show. She gave it an okay. She was actually on set when David was filming. So did Tito. So was Jermaine Jackson. So a lot of them did say that David, they knew that David was doing the show. They actually picked David to, you know, play young Michael Jackson. So There's certain people in the family that said that they didn't know, but I'm just gonna say this: you don't fucking matter. And here's why you don't fucking matter. As long as the mother is okay with the shit, which she clearly fucking is, and Janet Jackson and all the rest of them, I don't think the rest of these other people fucking matter. Like, they just don't matter. Like, who cares if your ass didn't know about it? You probably wasn't important enough to fucking know about it. Anyway, the show is fucking amazing. There's a lot of people that say that David don't look like Michael Jackson. He don't have to look like fucking Michael Jackson. You name one person that actually looked like a damn person that they playing a biopic person for. Like, really, it's very hard to find somebody to look exactly like who the fuck they playing. Like, really, come on now. Let's be real. Let's stop with all this nitpicking bullshit. Oh, David don't look like Michael Jackson. He don't have to. He still nailed that shit. He still nailed it. So I don't give a damn what you can get somebody that look just like a damn celebrity and they do horrible. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all about if a person look like a damn celebrity. That is so stupid. And you know, as long as you nailing the fucking role and you can make people believe that you are that character, that's the only thing that fucking matters. As long as you selling that fucking character, which David is definitely fucking doing, I really don't see what the problem is. I feel like everybody always got something small to say about every fucking thing. It don't matter what the fuck you do. Somebody gonna have something to say about something. Somebody gonna have something to say about something, nitpick about something. Oh, he didn't dress quite like Michael Jackson. That's not quite like how Michael Jackson dressed. Who gives a fucking shit? Like, y'all are fucking annoying. Y'all people are really fucking annoying, starting to piss me the hell off. Like, goddamn. These are people that don't got no fucking life. They ain't even doing. First of all, David is putting in mad fucking hours, working his ass off. I have never seen somebody work as hard as David. So I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. That man, I don't even think the fucking man sleep. Nigga works mad hours, filming mad TV shows, mad fucking movies, going to mad red carpets. Then he got to deal with his fucking crazy ass wives. All types of shit. I know Jenna Ortega is a fucking handful. So it's like, I don't even think the man fucking sleep. So let's just be real. The man ain't nobody like David. David don't got social media because he don't like to, to respond to dumb shit. Because all this shit is dumb. It's stupid. Everything y'all saying don't even make any fucking sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who gives a goddamn fuck if the man didn't dress quite like Michael Jackson? They don't gotta make his ass dress really like the fucking oldies. Like, goddamn, y'all be nitpicking every fucking thing. Oh, that's not the jacket that Michael Jackson had on. Shut the fuck up. Like, really? Y'all really getting on my nerves with this shit. The fucking family of Michael Jackson ain't have nothing to say about it. The fucking family ain't have nothing to say. They love the show. They ain't have nothing but good things to say about the show. So just shut the fuck up. These damn people really be pissing me the hell off. Like, they really do. And it's like, if the family, I can see if the family has something to say about it. Then I can see y'all nitpicking. But if the family is literally getting online and telling y'all to stop telling David, stop telling that David is not doing a good job and all this shit like that. If they're telling you to leave David alone, which they clearly are fucking telling you to do, you know what I'm saying? Even though David ain't reading none of y'all text messages and none of that, you know what I'm telling y'all? Y'all need to get a fucking life. Because nobody cares what the fuck you think. David won mad awards. He outdid a lot of celebrities that was there and they was pissed off at David. David kept getting up for every fucking category. You know what I'm saying? He just kept getting the fuck up. So David had to get up mad times. He couldn't even sit the fuck down how many awards. I think he took home like 40 fucking awards. And I ain't fucking playing. Man took over like 40 something awards. The nigga had to get boxes to put his shit in. So what I'm saying is like, y'all niggas ain't fucking with David. You really think that y'all fucking comments matter? You see what I'm saying? Y'all need to go to fuck ahead with that dumb shit. Anyway, David is still my baby and a lot of other bitches' babies, and we love you, David. We love you, and we don't think you're a hypocrite for taking Jenna Ortega back. Jenna Ortega is still a sweet girl and everything. We don't think you, you know what I'm saying? We don't think you're a bad person for taking her back. We know why you did it. So, anyway, I took Jenna Ortega back. I mean, yeah, I've been dating Jenna Ortega, but it's between me and Jenna Ortega. You know, we decided that we didn't want to go too public about it. We was gonna go to the global awards together, but we decided to like go with different people and stuff like that to not make it more noticeable that we are back together, whatever like that. So, you know, I was with Jenna Ortega and she was like, "Hey, baby." I'm like, "Hey." She was like, "You sure it's okay that I can stay here?" I'm like, "It's my house. I pay for everything. Of course it's okay for you to stay here, baby." So she's like, "David, can I talk to you about something, honey? I just, I feel like I want to talk to you about things. The baby's about to come. I feel like I don't want to hide shit. So, look, David, I know it's kind of hard to figure me out. And I know the first time we got married, I mean, you felt like you felt the one, and that's exactly how I felt too, David. But, I still had a lot of demons inside of me, and I am a very sweet girl. I think that a lot of people take advantage of that, of my sweetness and niceness and stuff. And I'm the type of girl that I don't like to like disappoint people. I like to see people happy. I don't even like to say the word no to people because I don't like to see people sad. I'm like, I hear what she's saying. She like, so it's like over the years before you came into my life, David, before I even met you, over the years I've been taken advantage of, verbally, sexually, in any type of way you can imagine. I've been taken advantage of. And it's been happening throughout the years. And it got to the point where I got numb to boys in Hollywood just using me for my body and just to get their fantasy off of having sex with me. And when you came into the picture, and just to see that that's not the only thing on your mind, that you wasn't just trying to hit it and stuff like that, you really was trying to get to know me, and that really made me feel special. And I automatically have fell in love with you looking at your movies and just seeing how hard you work and stuff and just knew that something different was about you. So when you did came into my life, it was at the right time, but I still was fighting those demons and it was hard for me to tell you that I was fighting these demons, that I had actual problems because you see me as this perfect angel girl, that didn't have any problems, that wasn't going through anything, but I was, and I was trying to live up to your expectations of what you saw of me. So I'm like, uh-huh. She's like, so it got to the point where you was like leaving a lot after we got married and I found out I got pregnant with your babies and you were leaving and filming a lot and I was like by myself and I felt like I don't know, I was lonely and I did things that I definitely will fucking regret still to this day, David. And everything that I did to you, I don't want to re-say it because I don't want you to rethink about it. Like I don't want you to think about the things I've done to you because we both know in this room what I've done to you. So I don't have to tell you over like you don't know, you do know, I know. But I am sorry, and a lot of times I can't sleep when I'm thinking about how I did you and the way I did you, David. You know, and I know you didn't deserve it, and I am trying to be the best girlfriend that I can be to you, David. And I love you so much, like I really fucking love you. And these babies, I'm gonna be the best mother I can be to these babies. And I'm just gonna do things differently, like really differently. And I just need you by my side with this, whole thing because I can't raise these babies by myself. They need a father. It doesn't matter if they boys or if they girls. It doesn't matter the gender. They need a fucking father. and you're their daddy, and I don't want you to be out of their life. I want you there, present. You know, I don't want the kids to be like, well, where's daddy? Why the only time we can see daddy is on TV? We can't see him in person. Like, do daddy love us? I don't want them saying that. So, and it would be because of me that we ain't talking, because of my fuck ups. And I don't want to live with that guilt, David. So I'm happy that you took me back and we're working things out. And I am sorry, honey. Again, I know that I keep saying it, but that's because I mean it. I am sorry. And I'm not going to respond to Selena Gomez. I don't know what that girl is talking about. I don't know how I betrayed her or whatever because what? Because we got back together? I mean, like, was you dating Selena Gomez? I'm like, I was dating her, but I'm not dating her ass. No much like what that probably explains a little bit why she's acting that way, all in rage. We took pictures at the fucking Global Awards. I'm like, yeah, y'all took photos together, but she didn't think we were dating. She's like, oh, because we didn't go together. I'm like, right. She's like, okay, okay, I get it. That's probably why she thought that. I'm like, yeah, you went with somebody else. And how close are you with that boy? She's like, baby, he's just someone that I did the show with. And you told me that I can go with someone. And David, trust me, we're not dating. He's just a friend. I'm like, okay. She's like, David, you're the one that I love, David. And you haven't answered the question. It would be so fun to have you on set, of filming the second season of Wednesday. I just wish that you can say yes, David, so we could just work together. And I just would need you more because the babies will be there. And I just need you. I'm like to be a babysitter. It's like not to be a damn babysitter. David, you'll be working too. And you can bring your production with you. And you can still be working on Young Michael Jackson and all the other movies you film and you can bring all of that with you and we can work and be together. You know? I think it would kind of be fun. So I'm like, so like, please, David. I'm like, what would I even be? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, if I was to say yes, that I would do this, what would I be? Like, what character would I be in the show, Jenna? She's like, well, you're a real Teen Wolf. I mean, you could be an actual real Teen Wolf. I mean, they already said that they would write you as a real Teen Wolf. So I guess that would be kind of your character. I'm like, all right, Jenna, I'll do it. Under one condition. She's like, anything, David, anything. I'm like, I don't want you all over those damn boys, okay? She's like, okay. And anything else? I'm like, I don't want them boys flirting with you or holding you and grabbing all on you and stuff. She was like, okay, anything else? Anything else at all? I'm like, don't make me out to be a fool. It's like, I would never do that, honey. Okay, you got it. And I'm assuming you bringing your wife Aaliyah and stuff. I'm like, yeah, yeah, sister Aaliyah to you. She's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, you good though, baby? She's like, I'm fine, honey. I'm like, can we have sex? Because I'm kind of horny. It's like, David, you don't have to ask to have sex with me. I'm like, okay. It's like, you never asked before. I'm like, you acting like I just take it. It's like, I am not acting like you just take it. So, me and Jenna Ortega, we had sex and we kind of like landed in bed. And I get back on my website to see what everybody talking about, and which a lot of people are talking about is me and Jenna Ortega. So it was a group of different girls. They were on there discussing this whole thing, like debating about it. They was like, why would he take her fucking ass back? She literally can't be trusted. So they like, well, the girl was like, oh, hold on, wait. The girl is still a young girl. She was like, no, no, it's not like she a fucking baby. That girl is not like she a fucking infant ass baby where she really don't know what the fuck she's doing. That girl clearly know what the fuck she's doing. I mean, when she slept with Pete Davidson, she knew what the fuck she was doing. So let's stop acting like she didn't know what she was getting herself into. Okay, like the bitch clearly knew what the fuck, and then she tried to play the victim, Like, oh, I've been taken advantage of all my life and all this shit. I think that's clearly bullshit. But and then, if she did that, she'll do it again. So I just don't see why he would actually take her fucking ass back. So the girl was like, "Can I speak now?" Like, goddamn, can I speak? Like, you literally going off the rail. Can I speak now? So she's like, "Yeah, you can speak." So she's like, "All right, listen. David took her back because she's having his babies. Jenna Ortega is not a bad person." She's like, "I never said her ass was a bad person." She's like, "You kind of are saying that shit." She's like, "Now you putting fucking words in my mouth. I never said that Jenna Ortega was a bad person. I just said why the fuck you take her ass back. Because it's clear to me that you can't trust the bitch." So she's like, "Okay, yeah, she definitely fucked up. But who said that Jenna Ortega is a perfect bitch? Who said that? Who was up there putting this girl on this high pedestal where she's just this perfect bitch? Cause I know the fuck I'm not. I know she's not a perfect bitch. Every girl gonna make mistakes. It don't matter if you're in a perfect damn relationship. Every girl gonna make mistakes. It's part of being fucking human. So the girl is not a perfect girl. So obviously, yeah, she made a lot of mistakes. I get it. And it's very questionable the shit she did. But we can't get mad at David for wanting to work things out with that girl because of the babies. That's between David and Jenna Ortega. So she like they probably having sex again. He probably fucking that girl. I mean, like, he taking steps back. So she like, no, he's not. David is not taking steps back. He's not taking. First of all, he can, if he wants to fuck that girl, that is between David and Jenna Ortega. That has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're literally about to have a fucking family together. So it's like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real with you. I think what he's doing is the right thing. And Jenna Ortega, you could tell that they were supposed to go to that fucking red carpet thing together, the Global Awards, but they went with different people. So they obviously ain't ready to tell everybody yet that they're back together. She's like, why the fuck are they not ready to tell people? We got video of them out kissing and holding hands and stuff. Everybody seen them together. Why they trying to hide it? Everybody seen them in videos all over each other. Her getting in his fucking truck, and we all know what the fuck he did with her in that truck. So the girl like, okay, all right, yes, David is definitely fucking the girl. Okay, we get it. But that is his girl. You know what I'm saying? No matter if other niggas had their time with her, that girl ain't never leaving David. That girl is always going to be attached to his ass. So it's like, that is just what it is. She like, well, this is what I don't get. Why the fuck you block her? Why you block her if you only gonna unblock her months later? So she's like, well, the girl learned her fucking lesson. I mean, he did block her ass for months. So let's give David the benefit of the doubt here. He did do it. It's not like he blocked her for 3 days and then unblocked her. No, he blocked her ass for months. And then he unblocked her because the babies are coming. I think he's doing the right thing here. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The man is about to be a father to those goddamn babies. That's his sperm in that girl uterus. So you mean to tell me you want David to take his anger out on his babies that's not even fucking here yet because of what Jenna Ortega did, because of her fuck ups? He has to get along with the mother in order for this shit to work. Y'all don't understand what David is doing. If David don't get along with the mother, how the fuck are they gonna co-parent these fucking kids? You ever seen people that try to co-parent but they hate each other? It's like the father barely comes around because he know how the mother reacts or how the mother is. David don't want that shit. He gotta be on good terms with the mother. Y'all be thinking too fucking negative about shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all holding grudges too much. We in a new year and we still holding grudges and doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the fuck are we gonna grow up and realize that that shit is taking a lot of energy out of us holding grudges and shit? Ain't nobody got time for that shit. So it's like that boy grows every day. Like, literally, the boy grows every day. So Everything David do is for a fucking reason. So I don't care what the fuck you saying, girl. I get, I understand your little argument or whatever, but David is definitely way more mature and way advanced than anybody I ever fucking met. So it's like, nigga, he's not gonna hold no grudge against Jenna Ortega because of, what she did, and then be like, oh well, fuck the babies too. The babies ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start thinking a little bit more outside the box and stop thinking petty as shit. You know what I'm saying? So the other girl shut the hell up eventually. She didn't really say too much after that. She kind of just shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? But my response to all these, all my fans and a lot of people that's talking about me and Jenna Ortega is always gonna be my girl. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, even if I do block her for months. She's still gonna be my baby. She is my first true love, I fell in love with that girl, And, we got married. She's my first wife, you know what I'm saying? The very first girl I married. So yes, I'm always gonna go back to Jenna Ortega. It's always gonna be that way. So I get it, call me weak, call me whatever the fuck you wanna call me. But that's still gonna be my baby at the end of the day. So she's like, David, I can be your personal cook. I'm like, Jenna Ortega, your ass can't cook. It's like, yes, I can. I'm like, no, you can't. What you can cook? Like what? Scrambled eggs? Like, no, I can cook. I'm like, what? You gonna order out, get DoorDash? She's like, David, I am not gonna get DoorDash. So I'm like, what you gonna do? It's like, you gotta give me a little bit more credit. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, I mean, I am gonna be feeding the babies. I'm like, you ain't gonna have to make them shit, but milk. So it's like, David, it's still food. I'm like, it ain't. It's not like food that we eat though. She's like, all right, you know what? You got a point there. So everybody, Jenna Ortega, she's like, David, you know what? I'm gonna just tell. Can I just tell people we back together? Cause you know what? Everybody clearly already know we back together. So she gets on my website and she goes live or whatever. And no, she goes on her Instagram live and she goes live. She's like, "Hi everybody, it's Jenna Ortega. I'm with David. Hey, baby, well, come here." So we start kissing and stuff like that. And she's like, "Yes, y'all know we're back together. It's been a while, but we're doing it for the baby's sake, and we still love each other. I mean, like y'all act like we hated each other. I mean, yes, I did do some things that were wrong to David or guess portraying to David, but I love David. At the end of the day, David is still my baby, and it don't matter what type of guy I see or go out on a date with. David is always going to be the man I'm going to come home to and be with because I love him. But I definitely learned my lessons with a lot of things that I have done. Now, I have to say this. Y'all really don't know my background, which, like, what I'm saying is, like, y'all don't know what I've been through being in Hollywood. So I can't really talk too much on this Instagram live because I guarantee you, if I get really deep about it, they probably would suspend my account or cut my shit off. So I'm definitely not going to get too deep about, the whole thing. But, I am going to say is that before you judge me, just make sure that you know, like, the full story before you judge me. So, hold on. Hold on. I'm still here. Can't sit here. So John Tego was like, so to answer everybody questions, cause y'all done made over y'all done made over a million fucking videos talking about is me and David back together. Yes, we are. Me and David are back together. Okay, I am his girlfriend. Okay, and yes, I am definitely birthing his kids. And there you have it. Yeah, we're back together. So she get off the Instagram live, and she's like, Now they know the truth. I mean, they don't got to keep asking, oh, is David back with Jenna Ortega? Oh, it seems like they dating again. Yeah, we're dating. Yes, we are. I mean, get over it. I'm his girlfriend. So I'm like, yeah, well, that's how that goes, huh, baby? She's like, yeah, I guess so, honey. You want to feel the babies? I'm like, yeah. It's like, all right, hold on. Let me lift the shirt up so you can get a good feel of it. So hold on, hold on. Stupid ass. So anyway, she let me feel her belly, which was let me feel the kids and stuff moving around in her stomach. And yeah, I felt the babies moving around and stuff like that. She's like, you feel it, David? You feel them? I'm like, yeah. It's like, so, all right, you want to know the gender? I'm like, yeah, it's like two girls. Oh, actually, it's four girls. I'm like, oh, it's four. It's like, it was always four, David. All of them girls. I'm like, not one boy. It's like, nope, not one boy. They all girls. I'm like, okay. It's like, what? They your daughters. I'm like, well, I get that. I mean, I was at least expecting one boy. She's like, I know every father wants a son, but maybe next time I'll give you a son. I'm like, there'll be a next time. It's like, oh yeah, that definitely be a next time, David. So I'm like, okay. So we had sex, which was really good and everything like that. And then I had to, get in my car and call up Selena Gomez because she's been acting a little crazy. And I ain't really have a full conversation with Selena. So I'm like, Selena, it's like, David, I don't appreciate you disrespecting me. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you fired me. You got me drugged. You got me drugged off the set. David, I'm a part of that movie. I'm like, you're not a part of the movie no more. She's like, why? I'm like, because you didn't fucking listen. Didn't I told you. I'm not gonna keep having this conversation with you. I told you what I told you. You did. You did what you wanted to do. Cause that's what girls that they think they can get away with shit because they're a damn celebrity. You're not gonna just walk back on the set like everything's cool. So she's like, David, come on, I won't do it again. I'm like, you are gonna do it again because you're still filming that movie with the nigga that played Elvis. You're still filming that movie with him, right? She's like, I mean, yeah. I'm like, okay, so that means you're not gonna have time to film my movie. She's like, yes, I will, I promise. I'm like, look, I ain't got time to be stretching the time for you, okay? I got a girl that's gonna give me 100%. So I just don't have time to be playing these games with you right now, Selena. It's like, who said anything about me playing games? I'm like, look, I already told you. It's like, wait, so you back with Jenna Ortega? I'm hearing rumors that y'all back together. I seen that fucking video of y'all kissing and stuff. So I'm like, how you gonna take that girl back? I'm like, because she having my baby. She's like, David, first of all, I'm pregnant too. So you acting like you ain't knocked me up. We was just taking pictures at that fucking event. So I'm like, okay. She's like, so why didn't she tell me that y'all was back together? I'm like, because it's none of your damn business. Look, Jenna Ortega can take pictures with you and not tell you her damn love life. It's none of your damn business what the fuck I'm doing with her behind closed doors. That's between me and Jenna Ortega. She's like, I kind of knew you was fucking her again. I knew you was fucking her again because when you went over there and said what you said, talking about she the real superstar, and I seen you grab her ass a little bit when you hugged her, so I already knew something was going on between y'all two. And then when you walked away with that Muslim girl, I'm like, why you keep calling her a Muslim girl? She got a fucking name. She's like, I don't want to fucking know her name. That fucking girl, that's your wife. I'm like, Sister Leah. She's like, yeah, that bitch. I'm like, don't call my wife a bitch. She's like, David, said, fuck that girl and you. I'm like, all right, see, you being disrespectful. That's why I'm about to hang the fucking phone up. See, I don't talk to people that's disrespectful. It's like, all right, look, I just hung up the damn phone. Because I'm not going to sit here and argue with that fucking girl. I told her what it is. So I hung the phone up. And as soon as I'm about to get out the car, I get some text messages from Laura. Now, this is the girl that played on, if y'all know the TV series No Good Nick, she played on that show No Good Nick. And she played, what was the name of that show? God damn it, I gotta look at that show again. Hold on. All right, so I gotta look at that show again because I forgot her name in that show. All I know is that she looked good as shit. So she sent me some photos and stuff, and I've been kind of dealing with her on a sexual level too. And I'm like, God damn. Oh yeah, I got beat that up tonight. So I texted like, I'm definitely coming to see you. I'm coming through. You know I'm coming through. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about Laura. I go back in there. My wife's sister Leah was like, "Hi, baby. Guess what? I cooked some good food." I'm like, "What is it? Is it lunchtime yet?" It's like, "Well, it's not quite lunchtime yet, but we got to break off." So I thought I'd cook you something. I'm like, "You did this for me, sister Leah." It's like, "Yes, David. Of course, you my man." So I'm like, "How the babies?" He's like, "You think they twins?" I'm like, "Look, when I have sex with a girl and I get them pregnant, I don't put just one baby in them. I always put more than one." She's like, "Okay, the babies are gone. They're fine, honey." I'm like, they are like, "Yeah." So all I remember is Sister Yasmin and Sister Majida wanted to talk to me. So like, David, can we talk to you? So all I remember is I gotta say, Sister Leah, she's very good at deceiving people and fucking with people's minds. She don't like these girls. So I'm gonna tell you, this girl is very fucking funny. Selena, Sister Leah is very funny. What she did to them, I'll just tell y'all. Okay, so they wanted to talk to me, right? So Sister Majida was like, "Dave, can we talk to you for a minute? I mean, can are we allowed to talk to you because we are your wives too?" So I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, of course you're allowed to talk to me." So I'm like, "All right, what's going on?" So I remember Sister Leah was like, "Yeah, you can go talk to him." So Sister Leah was like, "Yeah, you can go talk to him." So I go in the room with, Sister Yasmin and Sister Majida. They was like, "David." So Sister Leah, she told us she was getting an abortion. I'm like, "She did? Well, why would she get an abortion? I thought she loved me." So Sister Machida was like, I ain't getting an abortion. I'm keeping the babies. See, you can trust me. Sister Leah, she playing you." I'm like, "You think Sister Leah playing me?" She's like, "Yeah, and she really mean when you gone. When you leave, she treat me and Sister Yasmin real bad. She talk to us real mean and stuff." I'm like, so she just told y'all she was getting an abortion. So she was like, "Yup, that's what she told us, David. I'm telling you, you can't trust her, and you keep on taking her to like red carpets and stuff. She don't even deserve that stuff." I'm like, "Okay, all right, I deal with Sister there." So I had sex with Sister Yasmin and Sister Majida, and we kind of like spent some time together. So I go and get my nurses to check up on Sister Leah, and the babies were still there. So they was like, "No, the baby's still here." So Sister Leah was like, "What's going on?" So I'm like, Sister Majida and Sister Yasmin told me that you were getting an abortion. She was like, I lied to their ass. I wanted to see if they was gonna tell you, which I obviously knew they was gonna fucking do. So I'm like, okay, so you wanted to see if they was gonna rat you out. She's like, yeah. Why would I get an abortion? I love you, David. Of course I want to have your babies. I'm like, okay. So I lied to them. I'm not gonna tell they ass what I would really fucking do. So I'm like, okay, well, would you get an abortion? It's like, no. I just told them that to see what the fuck they was gonna do with that information, which I knew they was gonna run back and tell you, stupid asses. They actually really fucking believed that I was gonna get an abortion. So I'm like, so you lied to them. It's like, you damn right. And David, I lied to their ass again. So I'm like, okay, all right. This is obviously some weird shit, but okay. Hold on one more time. I keep thinking about that Forrest Gump show. You can't see, yeah. So I was like, Sister Liv, you know, you good, baby? She's like, yeah. It's just, it's just. Can I be honest? I'm like, yeah, baby, of course. She's like, I don't want you married to them. I mean, like, I'm not really okay with it. I'm like, then why did you say you was okay with it? You said you was okay with it. Now you're saying you're not. So which one is it? God damn. Look, baby, Aaliyah, you have to make your mind up, honey. She's like, okay, I'm not okay with it. I'm like, so what do you want me to do? She's like, divorce him. I mean, like, and be with me. I'm your real wife. You really love me, right? I'm like, you know that I love you. You're my girl. It's like, I'm your wife. I'm like, yeah, you are my wife. It's like, I mean, you know what? You don't got to divorce him. Just be with me more. I'm like, be with you more. It's like, spend. I'm like, but I do be with you more. I mean, I take you to red carpets. I take you out places more than I take them. She's like, yeah, just keep doing that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So just keep ignoring them and being with you. That makes you happy. It's like, that makes me very happy. I'm like, okay, well, you got to be honest with me from now on. You can't hide shit from me. It's like, okay, I promise. I'm trying to have, hold on. So I did end up having sex with Sister Leah and making love to her and everything like that, which was obviously amazing and very good. But I had to go see Laura. Now Laura is so beautiful and pretty. Like she's like, all right, look, I'm gonna be real. I am very attracted to white girls. Be real with you. I love them. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't like. I like what I like, y'all. Okay, just don't be mad. But I love black girls too. Obviously, I love all kinds of girls. But I remember as I'm getting in my car, the girl G from Dog with a Blog, she ends up sending me pictures, and I'm like, oh shit. I don't know what to do because then she sent me sexy photos of her, and I'm like, oh shit. And then on the other hand, I got Laura sending me pictures. So which girl am I going to go to? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I can go to both, which means I can go to that one. I can go to Laura and then go to G. So it really doesn't matter. I was just thinking, like, well, what girl am I going to see? You know what I'm saying? So I know I keep stopping y'all, but I'm trying to make sure I got enough. Hold on. All right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to Laura. I'm gonna go to Laura because she looking more sexier, and I'll go to G later, after I'm done with Laura. But I really, really like Laura. I mean, she got this presence about her. So when I go to Laura, Laura was in the shower because I told her I was coming. I go to Laura, and the girl that plays Nick, or No Good Nick, actually answers the door. So she answers the door. It's like, oh, I didn't think he was really gonna come. I'm like, you're the girl that played Nick. She's like, yeah, yeah, I guess that's me. I'm like, yeah, that is you. Wow, it's nice to see you. It's like, nice to see you too. Wow, well, come on in. I mean, she is definitely expecting you. I'm like, wow, you look very pretty in person. It's like, thank you. I'm like, looking at her. It's like, what are you looking at, Sarah? So I'm like, what? It's like, what are you looking at? So I was like, I'm looking at you. It's like, you're looking at me? I'm like, yeah, it's like, what, is it something on my body? I'm like, no, I mean, yeah, it's something on your body. It's like, what's on my body? I'm like, clothes. She's like, oh, wow, that's a good joke. I like that joke. That's a really good one. You mind if I take that joke? I'm like, you can take that joke. She's like, I like that. That's a good one. So I'm like, are you and Laura going somewhere? It's like, no, we're not going anywhere. She's getting freshened up for you, and I was just coming over here to kind of look at some TV and get on her internet, because her internet is more faster than mine's. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, I was just coming over here to steal some of her web. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah. So I'm like, you got a boyfriend? It's like, if I didn't know any better, I'm assuming you trying to hit on me. So I'm like, I'm just asking a question because when I was looking at that show, I used to fantasize about beating it up. She's like, what, having sex with me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, you're a very straightforward celebrity. I'm like, yeah. She's like, um, okay. No, I'm not seeing anybody. I mean, not at the moment, no. I mean, I had a boyfriend for a little while, but we broke up. I'm like, oh, so nobody's hitting that. It's like, I'm assuming you mean fucking. I'm like, yeah. She's like, no, no one is hitting it at the moment. So I'm like, so how do you pleasure yourself at night? She's like, these are very sexual ass questions. I'm like, yeah, that we can finish in my damn truck. She's like, what? You came to see Laura? I'm like, yeah, and I can still come to see Laura. So she like, okay, let's go in your truck. So we go in my truck and we're in the back of my truck just talking. And so she's like, I'm like, look, I always have a lot of girlfriends, even a lot of wives. It says in the Bible I have a lot of girlfriends and a lot of wives. She's like, wait, you're trying to make me your girlfriend? I'm like, I want to know how you pleasure yourself. She's like at night when I get horny? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I never really thought about it. I mean, there is some nights that I get horny. Um, I kind of like put pillows between my legs, I guess. I'm like, what the fuck did that do? She's like, it calms the vagina down. It makes it stop being so horny. I'm like, that's what the pillows do. She's like, it helps it, even though you want it really bad. And I have been wanting it lately a lot, so I have been doing that a lot. I haven't masturbated in a while. I mean, I'm not gonna say I never did it before. Definitely did it before. I'm like, okay, so you masturbated before? It's like, yes, David, I masturbated. Didn't all? I mean, haven't all girls masturbated before? I'm pretty sure Laura did. So I'm like, okay, so that's how you've been pleasuring yourself. It's like, I haven't been doing it lately, David. Are you listening? I'm like, oh, okay. So what can I call you? You know what? I'm gonna give you a nickname because I love nicknames. So how about I call you Nick? So she's like, oh, as the show No Good Nick. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how about I just call you Nick, just like in the show. So she's like, Um, okay, that's fine. So she's like, I guess we need to get back in. So I'm like, look, where are you going? She's like, oh, I thought she wanted to go back in there to Laura. I mean, she's probably out the shower now. So she's like, what? Wait, are you trying to? hook up or something? I'm like, I told you. I mean, I always get what I want. But if you're going to tell Laura, then we shouldn't do it. It's like, I'm not going to tell her anything, but are you sure? I mean, well, we are in the back of your truck. I don't think she's going to like see us having sex. Wait, is your truck tinted? Does it have tinted windows? I'm like, yeah, she can't see in here. So she's like, okay, let's give it a try. So we end up, cutting up in the back of my truck. Now I like knew that I wanted to have sex with this girl that played no good Nick. I'm like, I wanted to shoot my shot and see if she actually. At first, it was just me doing that experiment to see if she actually was gonna let me hit it, and she actually just, was gonna let me hit it. But some girls put up a little fight with me, you know what I'm saying? But I thought that she wasn't gonna let me hit it, but she actually did let me hit it. So it was a kind of experiment to just see if she was gonna let me go all the way, and she did. And so, we made love, and it was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. And she was like, wow. I'm like, well, it's like, I mean, I never thought I needed it because I haven't had it in so long. Wow, that was thoroughly amazing. So Laura was calling my phone. It's like, David, are you here? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out the truck now. It's like, I'm in my room. Tell Nick to open the door for you. That's not her real name, but she was like, tell Nick to open the door for you. She's downstairs. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she's like, good thing I got the key. So I'm like, come on, let's go in there. She's like, wait, you don't have my number, do you? So I give her my number. She give me hers or whatever, and we go in there. So after I was done like cutting up with Nick, she was downstairs like on the computer or laptop or whatever. I'm upstairs with Laura. So she's like, you kind of smell like Nick. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, my best friend downstairs. You smell like her. You been hugging her or something? I'm like, oh yeah, I've been, hugging her, just hanging out with her. She's like, oh, okay. I mean, like, yes, her scent is like really on your body, like it's on your clothes. I'm like, oh, like her perfume? She's like, yeah, it's like, it's definitely on you, like really strong. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, does it stink? She's like, it don't stink. It just, I can smell her on you. I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, we gave each other a hug, something like that. It's like, what do you mean, or something like that? I'm like, yeah, we gave each other a hug. We were talking, and she was like, well, where were y'all talking at? Because I came downstairs and I didn't see y'all. So I'm like, she had, I don't know where she was at. I was just like coming to the door, and she was kind of like walking into the house. So she's like, oh. So me and Laura, we cut up and did what we had to do as a couple or whatever like that. And I realized that I really liked that girl Nick. It was just something about Nick, you know what I'm saying? And Nick was kind of like thinking about it too. And I remember when I was done with Laura, I was about to go to G, and Laura was upstairs asleep, and I'm coming downstairs. I'm like, Nick, you want to come with me? She's like, yeah. How'd you know I was thinking about that? I'm like, think about what? It's like about asking you like out on a date. I was literally about to ask you that, but I was kind of scared. I'm like, why? It's like, I don't know. I just thought that maybe you just wanted to do it one time and get it out your system. I'm like, no, I really liked you. It's like, but what if Laura finds out? She is my best friend. She really likes you. And she finds out that we're doing like this, like going out on a date and hanging out. She's probably not gonna like this shit. So I'm like, what girl would like this shit? So she's like, okay, let's hang out. So I remember she get in my truck or whatever. I'm like, well, where you want to go? It's like, we can go to the movies. So I'm like, you want to go to the movies? Like, or let's go to a restaurant. I am kind of hungry. Then we can probably go to the movies. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. So we going out, and we at the restaurant, and my fans, they see me with the girl from No Good Nick, and they like, that's that girl from that Netflix show. So they was like, oh yeah, that is that girl. Don't she play on that Netflix show, Resident Evil too? She play on a lot of. That's her. That's that same girl. So they was like, yeah, that's her. Damn, she's sitting on David's lap. You think he fucking her? So the girl was like, you know he fucking her. I mean, why would he? Why would she be sitting on his lap? He definitely hit that. I'm telling you. I know he probably hit that girl already. There's no way that he ain't tapped that already. So she was like, don't that girl that played Nick, don't she got a boyfriend? So the girl was like, nah. She don't got no boyfriend. She said she's single. The last time she had went live on her Instagram, she said she was single, that she wasn't seeing anybody. So they was like, she's seeing somebody now. David Sims, the biggest celebrity in the goddamn world. You think that they gonna really hit it off? It's like they over there kissing. I'm assuming that David is definitely gonna be hitting that tonight. So it's like, David, we are too much out in the open. They're gonna be taking pictures of us. I'm like, it's like Laura's probably gonna see this shit. I'm like, see what? It's like everything we're doing. So I'm like, okay, she ain't gonna see it though. It's like, but how do you know for sure she's not gonna actually see these pictures? I know they taking photos of us. They when you know a person to not take a photo of somebody. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but even if they are, I really don't give a damn. So she's like, I mean, I do. I don't want to lose my friendship with Laura. So I'm like, okay, you want me to take you back? It's like, no, no, I'm cool. You know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, because they didn't already take the damn photos now. So ain't no, and you can't tell a person not to take fucking photos or delete them because they're not going to delete them. So it's like, we didn't already expose ourselves. So what the fuck? So I remember I take her to the movies at the like, being on a date with her at the, restaurant. She did eat. She definitely ate. So we went to the movie theaters. We sitting like all the way in the back or whatever like that. Ouch. So we sitting like all the way in the back or whatever like that. And I just remember she was like, David, what are you doing? I'm like, what? She's like, you want to have sex with me in the back of the movie theater? I'm like, well, I don't see why not. I love having sex in the movie theater. It's like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, well, yeah, you can ask me anything. She's like, how many girls have you had sex with in a movie theater before? Can you count? Or you pretty much lost count at this point? So I'm like, um, yeah, I pretty much lost count. It's been a lot. She's like, damn, is that many girls? I'm like, well, yeah, I had sex with a lot of girls in the movie theater before. It's kind of my thing. That's what I like. I like having sex with girls in the movie theater. She's like, okay, so you like to smash girls at the movie theater. And so you want to smash me in the movie theater. So what number would I be? I mean, you literally said you don't know because you lost count. So you really don't know what number I would be, right? I just would be a number. So I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean, you'll be a number, but you'll be a special number. So she's like, what special number would I be? So I'm like, a very special one. So I remember we started kissing, and I'm like all over her doing what I do, and my fans they see it and they're like, "That's the girl from fucking No Good Nick on that Netflix show. That's her ass." So they was like, "Yeah, that is her. What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's her. Oh yeah, that's definitely her." So they thought about filming it, but then they was like, no, because they didn't want to get me in trouble with my other girls. So they was like, no, let's not film them. But we know it's them though. Like we know that that's her. You know what I'm saying? So I remember after we was done kissing, I'm like, it's like, David, they're looking. I'm like, who? She's like, yeah, fans. We can't have sex like this. Like it's an audience. They're really, really watching us. I'm like, okay, you scared? It's like, I'm not scared, David. I just, can we just wait till the lights cut off all the way and then I'll let you do it? Because that way I feel more comfortable, you know, with you doing it with the lights off and nobody can really see us, then, the lights are on and dimmed and everybody can literally see what we're doing. So I'm like, okay, you're trying to protect your image. She's like, it's not about protecting the image, David. It's just, I don't want people to think I'm some slut or something. I don't want people to think I'm an easy ass target. I'm like, I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah, they see us doing all this stuff, and then people will be getting in their head, oh, she must be easy to crack. She must be easy to have sex with. I'm like, okay, it's like, yeah. So it's like, I would want to wait till the lights cut off all the way, and it's like dark in here, and the movie is kind of playing, or the fucking, previews or whatever. At least with that on, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, she's like, have some dignity as you fucking me. I'm like, okay, I always got dignity. I'm like, I always got dignity when I get up in the pussy. It's like, oh, you do. So we did have sex in the movie theater. When the lights cut off, we did cut up. Definitely had sex. It was definitely good though. We went back to her place. So we went back to her place and we, kind of landed in bed and stuff. And she told me that some boy she was kind of talking to, but they wasn't like officially dating. He called the phone and he said he was outside of her house or whatever. And we literally just got in there like, I'm gonna say 15 to 30 minutes ago. We had just got into our place. And so she was like, David, I am not dating this dude. Like, we're not even serious. I don't even know why he's even at my place. I'm like, did you bring him here before? It's like, I brought him here before, but David, I brought his ass here like one time. I don't know how the hell he like remembered this shit. Like, I don't know. So she was like, hold on. So she opens the door. She's like, wait, you can't come in. So he like, well, you clearly dressed for like you was waiting for me. She's like, I got company here. So he like, what? She's like, my boyfriend's upstairs. So she like, so the dude was like, wait, you ain't got no boyfriend. The last time I checked, I was kind of like your boyfriend. We were like dating and going out and stuff. So how the hell all of a sudden now you got an actual real boyfriend? She's like, because I do, and you can't come in. And I'm dressed like this for my boyfriend, not for you. And I told you I got company over, and I didn't tell you to come over here. You just invited yourself over here, which is definitely inappropriate and creepy as shit. So he was like, "How is that creepy?" So she was like, "Because if I didn't tell you to fucking come over here personally, and then you took it upon yourself to do it any fucking way, that is definitely creepy as shit on a lot of damn levels. That's weird." So he was like, "What?" So she's like, "Yeah, it's weird. It's creepy as shit. And how would you even know I was fucking here?" So he was like, "I was just taking that risk. I was just taking that chance." So she was like, all right, well, I get it that you was trying to take that chance or whatever, but you need to leave because you're definitely not welcome, and that is creepy as shit. And the next time that you just show up at my damn doorstep unannounced, and you only came here one time, so how the fuck you know where I lived at if you only came here one time? Like that let me know. Are you fucking spying on me every day? Like what the fuck? Like that's creepy that you exactly knew how to get here. So he was like, look, man, if you don't want me here, I'll leave. She was like, yeah, you need to leave because you're starting to creep me out. The next time I will call the police because I think that's fucking weird as shit. So she shut the door, whatever. She comes upstairs. She's like, David, I want to be your girlfriend. All the stuff I did tonight, I would never just do with a random celebrity. Obviously, I feel something for you, and I could tell you feel it too. So why don't we just go ahead and just try this whole girlfriend boyfriend thing out? I'm like, it's like Laura don't have to know. Obviously, we can keep it a secret from her, but um, I do really like you, and I can tell you really like me. And I was just wondering. I mean, because I said that to the boy downstairs, but I actually was serious. Like, I am your girlfriend. At least I think I am. And I was wondering if we could kind of like see where this whole thing goes. I'm like, you talking about like us like on an official date? She's like, yeah. I mean, like, I want to see if our relationship flourish. Like I feel like for some reason, me asking you to be my boyfriend, I feel like it's the right thing to do. Something that's telling me in my gut to actually ask you this shit, and I always follow my gut. And every time I follow my gut, I literally be fucking right. I literally be right. So I'm gonna go with my gut. Something is telling me to ask you to be my boyfriend, and I want to be your girlfriend. And I'm just seeing. I just want to see where this whole thing goes. I'm curious. Let's say I'm curious. I'm like, you're curious. Like, yes, I'm curious. So I'm like, all right, okay, I'll be your boyfriend. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay. I'm like, we can't tell Laura because you're filming a movie with me. It's like, we can tell her after you done filming. I'm like, yeah. I mean, we can because I always kind of wanted to really date you. She's like, okay. I mean, I had a crush on you too. I mean, I love all your movies and TV series. I'm actually really happy that I'm actually your girlfriend. I'm like, you are? It's like, yeah. Now, you don't think I'm a hoe or anything because we had sex and stuff for the first time of us, like, meeting. You don't think I'm like a hoe, do you? I'm like, what, you think that I think that? It's like, I mean, do you? I don't want you to think that. I'm like, I mean, no, I don't think that. I mean, I like the fact that you let me beat it up. She's like, but I don't want you to think I'm a slut or anything. Like, I don't do that with random celebrity boys. Like, I really don't. I let them literally work for that shit before I even think about letting them have sex with me. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, so she's like, so what I'm saying is like, I don't want you to think like I'm a fast target, because we're having sex a lot and doing a lot of sexual things. I just think something about you is really, really special and different from all the other celebrity males that I date. And I wanna, yeah, I wanna try something new. But I don't want you to think I'm a whore or a slut. I'm like, oh no, I don't think that. It's like you don't. I'm like, no, no, of course not. She's like, okay, cool. So she get on her Instagram live, and I'm on there. She's sitting on my lap, which everybody sees me with this girl, obviously. Now she blocked Laura from getting on her Instagram live, so that means she couldn't see that I was, in the live with her and stuff like that. She didn't really say too much in the live. Most of the time, we were kissing and cuddling and all that stuff and doing what girlfriend and boyfriends do. And so I remember Laura had called up, she called up Nick, and she was like, Nick, can we talk? She's like, yeah, girl, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm at home. So she's like, oh, okay. Are you going to sleep or are you in bed or something? She's like, I'm about to take a shower, but what's up? What do you want to talk about? So she's like, you was just on your Instagram live, but you blocked me. So she's like, what do you mean? She was like, well, my notifications told me that you were going live on your Instagram. So when I clicked on you to look at your live, they said I couldn't get through. They said that you blocked me. And then now I can't even find your account on my Instagram. Like you won't even pop up on my feed. What's going on? You blocked me? So she like, you know how Instagram be fucking up shit. Instagram do that shit, how they be making people follow people that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Instagram is. She's like, no, I don't know how Instagram is. Won't you enlighten me? She was like, Instagram always, do shit like that. She's like, so you saying that Instagram made your account block me for no reason? No, that person would have to literally do that themselves. So she's like, no, I don't know how you got blocked, but I didn't block you. So she's like, so you didn't do it. She's like, no, I didn't, but I'll check it out, okay? I promise you I didn't block you. So she get off her live. I mean, she get off the phone with Laura. I'm like, look, why don't you go live on my website and make a profile on there? It's like, I don't know how to get to your website. I'm like, I can show you. That way you can unblock her on your Instagram. She's like, all right. So she unblocked her that way that she can see her, notifications and stuff like that. And she's like, so how do you get to your website? How do I do it? So I show her, and she's like, well, your website is literally like all these damn apps in one. It's like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. It's like all these apps, TikTok. It's literally like all these apps in one. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how I wanted it to be. You like it so far? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna set up a profile. So she set up a profile page, she set up a profile page on my website, and she was actually excited on there. And she was looking at my fans because I got, a lot of fans that be on there. That's pretty much why I created the fucking website, to read, to connect with my fans and talk to them and shit, what I'm saying, on a personal level. And also so they can be themselves, so they don't have to hide, they can say what they want and not get, blocked or, all that weird shit people be doing when you talking and you say certain things that they don't want you to say, and they want to ban your account and all that shit. So I created my website where my fans can really be what the fuck? Where my fans can really be themselves. So I remember, Nick was like, "Wait, hold up, is that girl masturbating?" So I'm like, "What you mean?" She was like, "On your website, that fucking girl, she's masturbating, literally masturbating right now on her live. That shit is okay on here, but it's my website, anything goes." She was like, "That girl is sucking dick on here. What the hell? She's sucking dick." I'm like, "Yeah." So she's like, "You okay with this shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, anything goes on my website, man. They can be themselves." She's like, "The girl is sucking dick on here, like literally going in. That fucking girl is getting a train ran on. Like, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Look, I love sex. I mean, who am I? I get trim. So what? My fans can't get trim? I'm the only one that can get trim. All these girls that do all this shit, I can fuck all those girls." She's like, "Oh yeah, that's no doubt that you can fuck them, but that ain't the point. The point is that you let them do all this shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I let them be themselves." You know what I'm saying? She's like, "That girl is sucking dick, David," and the other girl is literally masturbating. I'm like, so, look, Nick, if you gonna be on my website, you can't let all this shit fucking bother you. You're gonna see some shit that's gonna fuck your head up. So either you okay with it, or you need to go back to Instagram where it's community guidelines and all that bullshit. She's like, "No, no, I'm cool with it. I just surprised to see all that shit." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I remember she just looking at all of my fans and how they, doing their thing on the website. And we clicked on one girl, and they were actually talking about me and Nick. And so she was like, "All right, so let's be real. So David is dating this girl, Nick. You know the girl that plays No Good Nick? She plays the character Nick. So David is dating this girl, right? But he's also dating the girl Laura. So she also plays in that show too. The skinny girl. Oh my goodness, this is gonna get real messy because you know how David. Oh my goodness. Now I don't know if he likes the actual star of the show that plays Nick. I don't know because he's been seeing with this girl for the last few hours. He took her out to a restaurant. They were all over each other. They were in the movie theater kissing and all over each other. So what I'm saying is, do I think that David is falling for this girl Nick? Probably so. I mean, they do really look good together. I mean, she is a really pretty girl. And the last time that I was on her Instagram live, she definitely said she had a crush on David. And now all of a sudden, she's like spotted out with David. So I definitely find that weird. But I'm definitely gonna say that I'm gonna see where this goes between them two. But yeah, they were definitely out on a date. Like 100%. They were definitely out on a date. And I'm going to say, like, do I think David is going to get her pregnant because that's what everybody been saying, like all the Davis fans. Like, do we think that David's going to get her pregnant? If they're fucking, I'm 100% sure David's definitely going to knock that girl up. 100%. 100%. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure that girl ain't on no fucking birth control. I'm pretty sure. So, I'm like, wait, are you on birth control? It's like, do you want me to be on birth control? No, I'm not on birth control, David. Look, do you want me to take it? I'm like, no, I mean, I like getting girls, pregnant and stuff. That's my thing. It's like, you like making babies. I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. But don't be looking surprised when I tell you I'm pregnant. Don't be looking like how this happened. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like because boys be having that type of look on their face, like when they know how it happened. Like they be having a look like, oh, how this happened? How did you get pregnant? Like you really gonna have that look on your face like you don't know how this shit happened. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, but anyway, I don't really like taking birth control. Anyway, I don't like the way I used to take birth control. Like I took it before, like a while ago, but I hated how it made me feel. I'm like, you did? It's like, yeah, I hated how it made me feel, and it just wasn't for me. And it just made me feel like sluggish and shit like that. And I get that a lot of girls they don't care about how it makes you feel as long as they don't get pregnant. But it's like I just do not like the way that shit made me feel in general, and I just had to stop taking that shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, so like yeah, so I just stopped taking it. I just was like, I take my fucking chances. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get pregnant, it just happens. Because lots of times when you taking birth control, that fucks up your chance of getting pregnant. If you stay on birth control too long, that fucks up your chance of even having a fucking baby. They don't tell you that. Like the fucking doctors don't tell you that if you stay on birth control for a very long time, for like if you're on birth control for like years and then you decide that you want to have a baby, it's definitely gonna be very hard for you to get pregnant. Especially if you're a certain age. If you're a certain age and you getting off of birth control and you decide you want to have a baby, it's gonna be hard because the birth control it's actually yeah it's making you not get pregnant but it's also fucking up your egg where though your egg it's not going to be the same no more. That's why you can't get pregnant. So if you're staying on that shit for years, it's definitely gonna be slim to none that you're probably not gonna be able to get pregnant ever again because you had your chance to get pregnant but then you fucked it up. So I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. She's like, yeah, so I really thought about it and I was like, if I ever want to have kids, I gotta stop taking this shit now while I'm early taking this birth control because what if I do want kids? What if I want to get pregnant, And I'm on this shit for like mad years and I decide, oh now it's time for me to get off. You know what I'm saying? My fucking egg ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna be all terminated and shit and fucked up and fried. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah, so I was like, I told my dad, I'm like, yeah, you can take me off this birth control shit. And that's when they told me, the girl, it was a girl nurse. She gonna tell me, yeah, that's a good thing you getting off it early because if you would have stayed on there for some years, you probably wouldn't be able to get pregnant for a long time. It probably ever, So yeah, I did the right thing by getting off of birth control, and I just hated the way the fuck that shit made me feel.